Right, Tom. 2-1 defeat tonight by Bracknell Town. What are your thoughts on that performance today?
Mixed, really. Overall, I feel it's a sort of opportunity missed, having gone in front, and frustrated about certainly the goals we conceded in the second half. Certain elements of our play weren't quite perhaps what they needed to be. But the positive side, I feel again there was an awful lot of spirit on display. There was no question about the players' effort and desire to try and win the game. So, I'll forgive them to a certain degree when I'm seeing, the basic stuff that I've been demanding. But it doesn't. You can't escape from the fact that, as I say, I felt we had a bit of an opportunity today against a really good side, having got our noses in front to get a much needed victory. So just different emotions, but I'm still, people may say it's misguided, but I'm still, very positive about the group.
Yeah, perhaps a slight feeling in the second half that maybe both goals were preventable.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and the timing, I feel, they're obviously behind and have discussions and at half time in terms of trying to remedy what they would have said was wrong in the first half, and then they score a goal so early gives a team such a lift in terms of thinking that things are going to turn around, and I was a little bit disappointed with our reaction to that. I felt that was when we really needed to show some resilience and really gather ourselves again and try and kick on. We felt a bit sorry for ourselves for a brief period when the first goal went in, and then again when the second goal went in, and that's when we had to probably show a little bit more fight. But to be fair to us, I thought towards the end we did, we rediscovered ourselves a bit, and we had some little bits and pieces. We had a free kick in an unbelievably good position. Pedro had a decent opportunity, so we still could have ended up getting something from the game. But it's always going to be against the good sides. Little lapses will cost you, and that's what happened.
Yeah, do you feel it was one of those occasions where the fine margins in this game have decided things? Obviously, it's a young group. They'll learn from these sorts of games, won't they?
Yeah, I felt if you look at it, I didn't think that didn't think that either side had plentiful sort of chances. I felt in the first half, early on, we were caught cold a little bit, and they had a couple of things that they might have done better with. But then I felt at half time I was a little bit disappointed we weren't further in front, because certainly we had one very good opportunity that I thought we could have capitalised on, and suddenly you go 2-0 up, it's probably puts a different complexion on things. But they were always going to come back strongly. I felt before the game that they were a team that are very likely to finish in the top 3 or 4, and nothing I've seen tonight changes my mind about that. So we know we've definitely come up against one of the best sides in the league, but you've got to be capable of taking points from these teams. No point having an inferiority complex. We need to go toe to toe and try and get something, and that's what we'll have to do now against Salisbury.
Yeah, shame to waste really. What was a brilliant first half. Very well taken goal from Shaq, who's pretty much the man in form right now with three goals in 2 games.
Yeah, I think if you look at the options we've got now in terms of strikers, we are well blessed. Got 4 very good strikers, as I've said, all with different qualities. I thought Will Fletcher came on and did well, really imposed himself physically, showed what a threat he can be. Shaq and Olaf, were looking good together as a pair. Leighton was a bit unlucky. He's a bit unlucky to be slightly out in the cold, and he's come on and had to come on in a sort of unfamiliar wing-back role because we were chasing the game, which wouldn't suit him, but typically put everything into it, and showed some good things. So, we're quite well blessed in attacking areas where, there's other areas of the squad where we're probably not quite so well blessed, and that's what we're probably looking to address. I've said before that if there's any departures from the group that we got left, that won't be my instigation, and I'm hoping that won't be the case. And I'm I'm hoping we can get 1 or 2 people in just to help us a bit, because definitely, once we start getting to the Christmas period and so on, I think we do need a little bit more in terms of the squad.
Mm-hmm. Which particular areas would you be looking to strengthen?
I don't know. It's difficult. I think sometimes you can't be too choosy. You sort of have to get people in that you think are at the level. You can't necessarily always pick and choose what positions they're going to be in. It's not an easy time of year to recruit, other than sort of very young players on loan. So, sometimes we just have to see what we can do that will bolster us, and then work around it in terms of positions. I know that may seem quite an unusual thing to say, but clearly in the summer it's much easier to have a clear plan and clear targets. Haven't got that luxury, so it's just trying to identify people that are affordable and are available, and sometimes as I say, you almost take what you can in terms of positions.
Yeah, so looking ahead to this weekend, obviously you've got training on Thursday, no game this weekend though. Just wondered where you are with potential fixture this weekend. Have you tried to rearrange things and get a game on?
No, again, partly because we are thin on the ground squad-wise. We haven't got sort of 6 or 7 lads who need minutes. Probably got 2 or 3 lads that could do with some minutes in terms of they haven't been playing. The rest of them have all played big minutes Saturday and then Tuesday, so I'm not really interested in arranging a game. And the other thing is we literally just cannot, with JD having gone off, we cannot afford, we can't afford any more injuries. We've got Will Spetch back, which is a big boost, but I just feel we'll probably train hard on Thursday, and then rather than get the group in and with all the travel that involves on Saturday, they'll be given something to do fitness wise, and, on their own, and then we'll train again next week, Tuesday and Thursday. So the lads have put a lot into the Saturday game and tonight. So yeah, I think we just need to look after people a little bit and be ready for next week.
Mm-hmm. JD looked like he picked up a sore one on his ankle there.
Yeah, that's a big worry, because you don't need me to emphasise how important he is for us. I mean, I thought it was more difficult for him tonight than it was on Saturday, but he still did some unbelievably good things. So we have to hope that, that is the one blessing. He's now got nearly 10 days, just over 10 days to recover, as opposed to 3 or 4. You'd have to say if we had a game on Saturday, he'd probably be struggling to be available. So it does give us a bit of time to get him right. And Louis Slough's got a bit of a problem as well, so it gives him a bit more time. And when it's the shorter numbers, sometimes you just have to use the time wisely to regroup and make sure that you've got as many people fit and available a week Saturday as possible.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned in the past few days that squads perhaps light on numbers, lighter than you'd like. One player who's missed out in recent times is Geordie Foote. What's the latest on him?
Yeah, Geordie's not in a position to make himself available at the moment for us. That's obviously disappointing from our point of view, but we will, as and when he's in a position to return, he's welcome back. But at the moment, he's unfortunately he's not in a position to be available.